I'm going to talk about the reasons why I view the human body as very weak and as very fragile. Now, the reason why I view the human body as extremely weak and fragile is because one, it's easy for the human body to develop a lot of mental trauma. So, why is it that all over on YouTube, a lot of people are going through a lot of why how come everyone's going through a healing journey, right? Everyone's trying to heal from something. Everyone always has to constantly release anger, rage, emotions, sadness, depression. Everyone commits suicides due to their emotions. Why is that like it's so easy for babies and infants to um develop a lot of trauma? This is why we're like people always talk about healing your inner child wounds, right? So, as human beings, everyone is so susceptible to trauma and pain, and because of the human body, because we have a nervous system, we feel pain. So, it makes sense why when like certain spiritual YouTubers say that this realm is hell, that the earth is hell because it is hell. Being in the human body is hell. Just the fact that you feel pain, you have pain receptors, and even Chauncey when he made a great point in his channel where like human beings can't be trusted. You can't even trust yourself because like he said, like if you had like $1 million and someone were to point you at gunpoint or like stab you, you're gonna let go of that $1 million. So it's like the human body, the human nervous system, it influences your decision makings, your brain, all that. It influences your decision makings. It influences the life choices you made. This is why you see women who they don't have a problem with cheating multiple guys or women. They can't make up a right fucking decision. Women are so emotional. They're not logical. They're fucking stupid. They create a lot of chaos and drama. They don't like to take accountability. They like to blame. They like to blame the world and other men for their own fucking problems because women are in the human body because they have a lot of estrogen. They're ruled by emotions. You know what I'm saying? And at times some guys they like emotional intelligence because they're ruled on logic and they have a lot of testosterone and less estrogen, so it makes them to be fucking heartless and assholes, and you gotta have someone to put them in their fucking place. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both sides of genders, but mostly women in my opinion. It's why women are easily manipulated, or it's so easy for them to betray their loved ones and partners because and they're so hypocritical. But anyways, just the human body in general, the human body in general is just I view the human body as a bastard creation because tell me like not only that but it's so easy for the human body to develop a lot of like parasites because when you eat the wrong foods, when you eat bad foods, then you're going to develop tapeworms and a lot of worms and other parasites stuck inside your intestines and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just dumb. This shit's dumb, you know, and now these worms and parasites is stuck inside your system and now you can't get them out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just fucking retarded. And now you got to do a lot of cleansing and take certain herbs, and it takes so much time just for you to release a lot of parasites and a lot of like tapeworms within the human organs. You know what I'm saying? Some people like they eat certain foods, especially in third world countries. They'll eat certain foods, and now their intestines, their organs, their small intestines is filled with a bunch of like parasites and worms and tapeworms, and they can actually infiltrate their brain or their nervous systems. And now like it's gonna take years for them to get out. Some it's even impossible to get these worms out. So now they got to go to the hospital, and they've been like, I've seen some videos where like certain surgeons they had to they had to put the human body to sleep to rest, remove their organs, and cut certain parts of the intestines so they can remove the worms and parasites and shit like that. So not only the human body, it's so easy for the human body to develop a lot of trauma, it's also easy for the human body to develop a lot of sicknesses and parasites and worms and bugs and maggots inside the human vessel, just based on what the fuck they eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no the human body is fucking weak. You know what I'm saying? And like when you're mating with a woman, it's like if you don't use unprotected sex, then you could easily make a woman pregnant. Shit, some women die off of pregnancy. You know, so the human body is fucking fragile. This is why people call this hell. You know, as for the human body, we can't survive in the cold winter months. We can't survive in the cold. We can't do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And even like because uh, even recently like I was fasting, I was doing intermittent fasting and I didn't eat and I was working out and then my stomach started hurting, like like I felt physical pains within my stomach. I felt so much pains and aches and pains and that shit hurt, you know. So I'm like fuck man, like what the hell, until I realized like It's because like more likely I probably either have parasites. Well, honestly, every American have parasites because no one is fasting, no one's becoming a breatharian. The information about becoming a breatharian and fasting, all of that was made by Chauncey One. He's literally like he's creating a new evolution. I want to say new evolution more so because that's how the human body was supposed to be based on what I've learned from him. And he's right because he dissects, he explains that how becoming a breatharian and not consuming is actually healthy for the human body. He makes great points and he makes sense, and it's actually like facts to back it up, and you could like manifest a lot of things in your life. So it makes sense when, and knowing that, but if you study the foods we eat, all the GMO chemicals, all the meats, all the drugs these scientists put in these meats so they could sell their business and make it more addicting so people could consume more because it's a business and shit like that. It's bad for the human body. So damn near everything is bad for the human body. When you work out and then you're gonna feel sore, you're gonna have to recover. There isn't, if you lose an arm or a leg, it's harder for you to rejuvenate that human leg or arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the human body is just fucking sad. You know, like you could like someone could accidentally shoot you or like you could accidentally get into a car accident. You could lose your arm, your legs, your limbs. You could easily go blind. And some people are born deaf. Some people are born with bad eyesight. Some people are born where like they have speech problems. Their brain is not working properly. So the human body overall is just a bastard creation. You know, it's just a bastard fucking creation. I despise the human body. But even though I despise the human body, I know how weak it is because we're in a hell, because it's realm, because we live in a hell realm where this reality allows pedophiles to rule this world. This is why everything costs money. Everything is fucking restricted. You can't meet certain people. You can't go out to certain places unless you're financially free, have certain amounts of freedom. Why everyone has limited, boring fucking lives and shit like that, where these school systems don't teach us jack shit but to be a fucking slave for the system because we're living in a hell realm. Because you got bullshit like this always fucking happening. You know what I'm saying? But I was about to say something else, but I forgot. Damn, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Anyways, but yeah, but the human body is extremely weak. The human body fucking sucks. It's just bad, you know? Like the human body, there's no, and not only that, but the human body, it naturally stinks, it naturally smells if you don't take care of it, if you don't bathe it. You know what I'm saying? Like the average human body fucking smells, you know? So like, and not only that, but the older the human body gets, um, hang on. The reason why we're in hell too, because we got so much dumbass trolls like this guy. Let me block him real quick. Um, hang on. But like we got so much like, as the human body gets older, then it gets more fragile, it gets more weak. I remember I've seen an old person, one of my family members passed away from natural old age, and it was disturbing how she couldn't even go to the bathroom by herself. She needed so much assistance. You know, the human body, as a human body gets older, it naturally ages, it gets wrinkly, it looks all old and shit like that. So it fucking sucks. You know, this human experience, it's trash. You know, there's nothing that good comes with it. And why is it that, like, in order for you to, like, party or to even have fun, how come everyone drinks? Every bar I go to, every club I go to, it always involves some type of fucking alcohol, you know? Hang on. You said you only got one viewer. Can you afford to block viewers? Well, I could afford a lot of shit that you can't afford because I'm in a fucking army making probably most of your family can't even fucking make. I have more life experiences, connections that you'll ever make. So I suggest you shut the fuck up and shoot me your social media apps so I know who the fuck you are. But you're not gonna do that because you're a pussy hiding behind the fucking internet. Get the fuck out of here, dumb bitch. Your mom's a bitch too. Fuck you. Let me block him real quick too. I don't know how you found my channel, because you're really taking time out of your day to troll. Get the fuck out of here. Do something with your life, pussy. Hide user and channel. Hang on, how do I block you? Put user, here we go, I found it. Okay. But yeah, um, but yeah, the human body is just, I don't know, man. The human body, it really disturbs me knowing how easily, like, it's fragile because it's so easy for the human body to be injured. It's so easy for the human body to like have a serious injury. You know, this is why you see athletes, they sprain their ankles or they have certain knee injuries or they tore their Achilles. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you lose an arm or a leg or fingers, you know, the human body can't rejuvenate or replace it back. There's no some type of like I guess there is technology to replace it, but it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time and it's not the same. So it's like there's so many things that are off about the human body that disturbs me. You know what I'm saying? It's not me being like delusional or anything like that. I'm just being realistic. Like the human body is it's not shit. It's nothing. You know? The best thing you could do with the human body is to do a lot of cardio, to lift weights, do a lot of stretching, meditation, a lot of fasting, and that's pretty much it. That's how you get the human body to be stronger and to carry heavy stuff and run, you know. But other than that, the human body is there's nothing good that comes with the human body. You know what I'm saying? So it's really disturbing how like at any given moment you could become seriously injured, you can have a heart attack if you not don't take care of your body. If you're doing a lot of fasting or becoming a breatharian, you're gonna experience a lot of like stomach pains and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy for the human body to get sick. And not only that, but it's easy for the like I'm noticing the human mind is extremely fragile too, because you see a lot of people they're just so programmed, they're so mind controlled by the system, by social media. I'm aware I'm being mind controlled and programmed too. So we're all easily influenced and programmed by this matrix, by this society. So it shows you how easily the human mind can be mind controlled, you know? It's crazy. This is why people they don't see through the bullshit of this world. Not some people have YouTube channels exposing real corruption. Instead, they're always subscribed to a lot of dumb shit that takes them nowhere but harms the human body, such as alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, and stupid content that you have no business in watching. And the society promotes that. And the society knows this. This matrix knows this. This is why we have pedophile, corrupt government that rules this shit, and they're able to hijack a lot of people's minds so they can continue this system. So this shit runs deep, you know. Um, but yeah, but so the human body is a bastard creation, in my opinion. I don't care what great things it could do or it could possibly do. It's still a bastard creation. Um, because the human bodies are so fragile. This is why, like you can be the most self-aware person. You're still gonna have trauma. You're still gonna have urges. You're still gonna be manipulated because you have a nervous system. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It could be a good thing. So it could like your nervous system, your urges, it can motivate you to want more, to become a better version of yourself. Maybe that's the purpose of the human body. But also there's also downsides to it where like you can't right, you can easily fall into addictions, bad habits and stuff like that because of the human body. And not only that, but when you take certain drugs, certain things, it can really damage the human body. This is why you have so much like drug addicts, crack addicts, because they can't control their human nervous system. So imagine we live in a society where like it we live in a society, a world where like it fucking um disconnects you from source energy, from God or from higher realms, from your spirit. Now these since you have a human nervous system, you're gonna try to find that love energy somewhere else. There's why people fall into bad habits and bad addictions like drugs, like food, like social media programming. As human beings, we all have addictions. There could be good addictions, but there could also be bad addictions. One of the main reasons why there's so much addictions that harms the human body is because we're looking for love energy. We're looking for that high vibrational love from source energy, from these higher realms, from God, the universe, or whatever people like to call it, spirit, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this shit runs deep. Um, and yes, you can develop your own source energy, your own high vibrational love by doing the healing work, by doing the shallow work, just like Chauncey wants to, by becoming a breatharian, doing a lot of fasting and yoga and energetic exercises where you could build that blissful state within yourself. You know, even then, that takes a lot of time. That what sucks about the human body. It takes, in order for you to find improvements, it takes a lot of repetition and shit like that. You know, but it's hard to do it when we live in a society where like everything, where you not only have time speeding up and the days going by a lot faster, but and at the same time, with these most of these fucking jobs, they take up most of our time. All of us live in shitty housing areas, so there's not even enough space for us to even do yoga or stretching, or you know what I'm saying. There's always an inconvenience or some bullshit where like the stuff that should be free and rightfully ours with high quality is the opposite. We have to pay so much, work our whole lives, sacrifice our whole lives, waste so much of our lives' time just to have basic, low quality, horrible shit that this system provides us. And what makes it worse is that like in these other third world countries, they have it worse. They don't even have access to resources or technology or internet information like we do. But even then, even though in America and other states, and I mean other countries do have those, we're still in a corrupt environment where we're being enslaved and controlled through covert manipulation and by what's the word? By what's the word? I forgot the word, but it's like like we're being destroyed covertly, pretty much. Demolition. That's what I'm looking for. But so that's one of the reasons why I hate the human body. So it sucks. The human body sucks. This is why so many people get injured when they get older. You can't do as much. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really take care of your body. Even then, that takes a lot of time. So yeah. So what else I'm gonna say? Oh yeah, and just the fact that the human mind, the human body, like I said earlier in this channel, like not only I've already talked about the physical downsides of the human body, but the emotional, mental sides of the human body is that, like, as a kid, as a baby, if you're not nurtured properly by your caregivers, as you get older, that fucks with you your whole life, or damn near your whole life, until you heal it. And even when you heal it, it takes a long time just to do it. This is why you see a lot of spiritualists and a lot of people on YouTube. They always talk about they're on a healing journey, and they've been talking about this shit since 2016. They've been doing it their whole lives, because healing is a slow process. So imagine people who have a spiritual mission, such as they're meant to break generational curses. They got to heal their family trauma, their ancestral bloodlines trauma, and we all know the human body is weak. So then it's gonna take a fuckload of time just for the human body just to heal that shit. Some people might enjoy the process, but everyone is different. Some people, they can't tolerate pain as much as others. That's why some people fall into drugs, they fall into other bad habits. Some people commit suicides because they don't like being in the human body. They don't like the fucking nervous system of the human body. Not only that, but as human beings, we don't have access to our Akashic records, to past lives. We can't astral project like that unless we do certain things. Some people are born with more spiritual gifts than others. So this life is rigged. It's not fair. No one's built the same. So this is weird. Why is it that we have some people that are born with psychic abilities and psychic gifts? Some people may say because their spirit or their soul is more evolved and stuff like that. So it gets tricky. But not only that, but then the human body, like, you can't tolerate cold weathers and certain weathers. So not only the human body is fragile, but how the fuck do we live in an environment, Earth, like, doesn't even fit in well with our human body? That shit makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? This is why when it's always fucking winter, a human being, they can't go outside unless they put a fuckload of sweaters and coats and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's too hot, some human beings get sunburned and shit like that, or like they get irritated skin. You know, fucking crazy. Some human bodies, they break out, they have acne. I understand the foods eat healthier, but even the society's matrix, it programs us to eat unhealthy because they promote a lot of junk food based on mind control and based what they allow them to push out, and people go along with it. And the reason why people go along with it because they're easily mind controlled, because they have a nervous system, because they can't tolerate certain pain that this system puts us through. And this shit happens from birth, from school, as a young child. So this shit runs deep, and this is why the Masons and corrupt government are able to get away with the things they are, because they know how the human body works, they know how astrology works, and not only that, but then you have astrological influences, astrological energies that control the human body, such as your Mercury retrogrades, your full moon cycles, and stuff like that. So this shit runs deep. But that's all I gotta say, and have a good one. It's a quick video, but I'm just releasing my anger with this shit. But like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. And the only thing that sucks too with the human body is that we have a lot of craves. So let's say, for example, the human body craves a lot of emotional connection. What happens if you're put into an environment where you're not around like-minded people, or you're forced into situations where you have to be self-isolated so you can focus on yourself because you don't have time due to work, due to time speeding up. So you won't have enough time to focus on yourself, or to, so you don't have enough time to spend time with other people or loved ones, or to date around because the time is speeding up because of your obligations. You know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, but since you're in the human body, you're going to crave like love and affection from the opposite sex. This is where you get your tough starched from. You're gonna crave that emotional deep connection from other people. So this is why, like, it's scientifically proven that the human body, they can't be alone by themselves for a long time, or they're going to go crazy, or they're gonna go insane, because human bodies, we naturally crave human connection, human touch. This is why as humans we're meant to reproduce. So yeah, but it's crazy how fragile the human body is. And I hope this video helped out or makes sense. But have a good one. Peace.